and we've had a glorious bit of sun in the sky. Lovely clouds, lovely colour, and it seemed to last. And we've also got some colour in the sky, or we had colour in the sky. That was a composition I had, getting to the rocks in the foreground. It was F11 3-shot bracket with a 3-stop soft grad polarizer. There's just a slight breeze on the water in the mid-ground, but there is some snow on the top of the mountains. Hello.
Hello.
Morning. Second time lucky. First one, phone went into low power mode and stopped recording. So that's 15 minutes I won't get back. I'm going to keep this much shorter. Tip number 2. Attire, clothing. What you wear will affect your photography. When I got my first camera, D3000, about 7 years ago, I'd go out with my trainers, jeans, no hat, no gloves, no scarf, and I'd get cold very quickly, and it affected my photography. Often quite quickly. I'd get there, I'd get a bit cold, I'd get a bit wet, and I think I've had enough, I'm going home. So I'd leave. A full day wasted. So over the years I've started to invest in clothes. It hasn't been cheap. Some of the clothes I bought have been quite expensive, but I look at them as an investment. Typical example is the gloves I'm wearing. Sealskins. Cost me £50 when I bought them 7 years ago, and I've just started to go now. Although they're quite thin, I've had them in Finland, in Iceland, in minus 10 degrees, and they've kept my fingers quite warm. So good. I think it's still morning. I think so far we've been up about, let me think, 10, 11 hours. We've done a lot. Excuse the hat by the way, I wouldn't normally wear it in heat like this, but if I don't have it on, I'll have a big beaming white head. Currently at Thirlmere, just been down to the water's edge. Try to find a bit of shade. Just been down to the water's edge to try to get some reflections. There's some lovely snow on the mountains opposite, and some clouds in the sky that are moving at a decent pace. But the reflections won't be as good as we would normally like, because there is a bit of movement on the water, both from the wind and a few canoeists that are around and the odd bird that's flapping around on the water. That said, we've got something. A couple of long exposures, 30 seconds. It's quiet here. Probably got a couple more hours available for us. Toying with the idea of going to Derwent to try to get the fence in the photograph, because there are some clouds that way, there's none behind me, and I'd like to say where Derwent is, but I ain't got the foggiest idea. So for now, I'm going to wrap up, head off to the car. We're looking to get some breakfast as well, and I'm looking to buy a gimbal to prevent the camera shake. Anyway, for now, I'll see you. Hello, well, second time lucky, the first time I didn't press the record button. Anyway, so the first photograph is from Wastwater in the Lake District. It's a 0.4 second exposure, 38mm at f11 as the histogram shows. Quite a simple photograph, if you like. I could have had a pure reflection, but I liked the small rock in the lower left of the photograph. I thought it worked well in the scene, and it doesn't touch any of the reflections in the mountain. There are some pure blacks in there. I thought they worked quite well with the whites on the upper right hand corner of the scene. Slight ripples in the midground of the photograph, but again I liked them as well because they broke up the horizon line of the composition. Lovely rich reds in the sky. I went for a purposely underexposed moody photograph, and I think it would just work quite well. The next two, very simple photographs. The first one, two reeds using a 70-200. Thanks Lynn for loaning me that for a few hours. Wonderful lens, very sharp. I had it I had it at f2.8 for maximum separation from the background. I just liked the right hand reed, very sturdy, very upright, very purposeful, and the left hand reed not so much. It appears to be falling over or falling out, if you will, with the right hand reed. Again, I'm conscious that I don't want to read too much into the photograph, but I am trying to understand photographs more so I can look out for details such as this. Again, the third and final one, again a very simple photograph, one I've done before, one I've seen other people do before, should I say. Very muted pale blues, almost devoid of any other colour apart from a few dark browns and blacks. I thought it might work well as a black and white, a high contrast black and white, but it didn't, so I left it as a blue photograph. I may do a few more of these talk throughs just to see how it works and to see if anybody gets anything from me talking about the photographs I've produced. Again, as everybody says when they do vlogs, if you like it, subscribe. If you like it, follow. Hit that little bell button so you get notified when further content is available. There will be more content over summer periods because this is going to be the year of camping. We did quite a few wild camps last year and the year before, but I'm going to get out with my family, my friends, all over the country this year. It's going to be expensive, but I'm going to try to think of ways and tips to try to save money. Anyway, that's enough for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.